What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about Austin Hubbard's victory over Max Rohskopf. I believe that's how you say his name. Good scrap between these two while it lasted. Max unfortunately quit in the corner, but he was getting beat. He felt he didn't have it. He took the fight on short notice. No knock on him there. Some people were giving him a lot of positivity. Even UFC President Dana White said it's okay, it's understandable, but he did seem to push it towards him quitting as a fighter and saying, listen, I wanted to be a boxer. It wasn't for me, and I found that out. So that's where it gets a little bit tricky. Is he saying, hey, you're fine quitting, don't worry, you're not a fighter? Or is he saying it's fine, you quit, you'll be back to fight another day? That's something we don't know. For Austin Hubbard, though, he showed good skills on the feet. He resisted the takedown in the second round and forced his opponent into submission in between rounds. And the corner did not want to stop that fight. Understandably so, though. You got to understand the corner's there to motivate. They're there to push you out there. And I feel like they knew Max probably had more than he thought. But at the end of the day, when your mind gives out and you don't have it anymore, it really doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you. No matter your corner or anything. He was done and he quit, and that's fine. It's okay. It's over, and he lost the fight, and he took the loss. He didn't feel he wanted to take any excess damage, so totally acceptable there. And it's not something that happens a lot because fighters like to go out in their shield, but sometimes they'd rather save a few bruises and concussions, and you know what? That's okay. Now, for Austin Hubbard, who to match him up with after this one? I mean, Joe Selecki was the original opponent. I believe you can just go back to that one and do that fight. It's not that this wasn't a nice win, but at the end of the day, this was Max's UFC debut, and he only had 5 professional bouts. Now, another option would be the winner of Luis Pena and Kama Worthy, but assuming Luis Pena wins that fight, I believe they'd want to give him a bigger matchup. Pena I feel like he's going to get the better push from the UFC, and I don't think Hubbard would be the guy there. So it would probably be Selecki or another guy with maybe 1 or 2 UFC fights that we can't really pinpoint exactly who it is, but somebody coming off a win most likely, or Joe Selecki again. Now for Max, tricky, right? If he wants to keep fist fighting, if he wants to keep up with his MMA career, does the UFC keep him around? I would give him the benefit of the doubt and assume they'll give him another fight because he took this fight on short notice. If he wants to keep fighting, because I don't know, is he done? He said that he's done. Did he mean he's done with the sport, or did he mean he's done with the fight? I don't know. So I would say this is a debuting guy if he does fight again. Somebody with less than 12 fights. I would say somebody with maybe 8, honestly, would be good for him, maybe less. UFC caliber is high level, and he only had 5 pro fights coming into this. This was his 6th. He takes a loss. Good experience, and if he wants to keep fighting, he's going to learn a lot from it. The loss by quit like that, it's going to probably have people that talk a lot of shit, a lot of trolls, but the end of the day, power through it. If he wants to fight again, I believe he should do so, and he will do so, and I believe it should be in the UFC, and I think that it could be against a low level guy. So I want a debuting fighter, somebody without that much experience, to go in there and put him in there with a guy with more than 8 fights, 9 fights, 10 fights. You see what happens. He fought a guy that had, let's say, I don't remember his exact record, but let's say almost 15 Austin had. That's a lot of experience in there fighting, and that's a lot of adversity that he's already dealt with taking losses. So now Max had no adversity in his MMA career, at least not that I had seen, and obviously that's what happened, and he lost the fight. But I think keep him around. Good fight here. Congratulations to Austin Hubbard. And thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next video.